Hello everybody, it's FreakyDude99 and welcome back to Destiny 2 The Final Shape. Now, we've cleared through quite a bit, we've gone through 2 exotic missions, but I've heard as well and I've wanted to get in another additional quest line. Right now we have this quest Convalescence Route Bound. Explore the search area to find the missing, possibly injured ghost. Micah 10's flock of unpartnered ghosts have scattered through the Pale Heart, called by something no one else can hear. They have not returned and they have no partners left to protect them. Follow the traces they have left to bring them home safely. So we're going to be going into this because I heard that this leads further into stuff, and well, we got to prepare for, you know, the end of all things. So let's go ahead and just head on down here. We'll head on down to the landing real quick. I've been having a lot of fun exploring the Pale Heart, finding all these feathers, and it's honestly just been a joy to just play around and do all these like different events. And the overthrow activity is just such a fun one to do. I have to say, it's actually like, it ramps up. There's tons of different things you can do to progress it, so it's not like everyone is just doing the same thing over and over. There's so many different secrets and like choices and alternative battles that happen, and well, at least for now, it's been a lot of fun. But we're heading into the Forgotten Deep Lost Sector. We did this while we were doing the campaign, but it seems like one of our fellow ghosts has gotten lost in here, so let's go ahead and find them, shall we? Do a redo of this Lost Sector. I can't wait to see these Lost Sectors in Legend and Master difficulty. Hopefully we will get those sooner than later, because I think right now the Lost Sectors are on Europa. Heading on through. Right now we're rocking a pretty sick concentration build, 3 charges, Pyro Gale. It's working wonders, I do have to say. Alrighty, and grab our Stigma of the Witness. Just grand slamming our way to victory. Oh, we missed that. Let's get on back. Woo! Here we go. Clean up all these guys and continue along with stepping on the green mist. Oh, Ogre. You are no match. And final one. That's a shoot. And here we go. Final room. Where's our friend? Search area introduction. You've entered a search area. The waypoint has disappeared, indicating your goal is nearby. Look closely at your surroundings to find it. I'll find it alright. First off though, we got a wizard that is messing with us. We need to take care of that right away. And it also gives us a chance to look around while in the middle of battle. Ooh, a Shrieker, huh? No matter. Oh, come on. Hit. There we go. That hit registration was real iffy, if I do say. Alright, up here. The shield breaker ritual. Nice. No. Looks like we're going pretty beautifully here, and we'll of course finish this person off with an axe throw. Oh man, I love that axe. Alrighty, all the busy work has been done. Let's look for our friend here. Go away. Okay. So might as well open up our cache. Traveler's Resurgence. Let's see. Any secret hidey holes? A waterfall. Can you actually stand down there? I don't think so. Do we hear anything? Nothing to hear. Around the corner. Is it actually near here? Oh, here we go. Convalescence Rootbound. Investigate the new growth in the Arbor of Light. There we go. We got one. Investigate the new growth. The new growth. What could this new growth be? Oh, ghost, do we have anything? Just some engrams. Okay. I can deal with those at any time. Right now, we're in it for the story, for the quests. We wanna experience everything. Oh.
Whoa, look at this. It's all growing. Think it means the Traveler's doing a little better?
Huh. Yeah, I'll have to check how much that's grown. The fissures of light brighten slightly in response to the ghost's presence. Motes of light well up and drift towards the damaged ghost you carry, like dandelion seeds floating in the wind. Micah's machinery whirs into high gear, analyzing what it can of the patterns in the Traveler's light. However, the damaged ghost looks far from healed. And we get someday a shotgun.
Bad news. We got away, we're cheap. Nice and safe. But that's a lot of hurt. That exposure directly to the Traveler's light was a good start, but not enough. Not yet. I don't know if we just need to get closer, or if the Traveler's hurt too bad to help. I hate to ask for more from it. The Traveler wouldn't be in this position if it hadn't stayed with us time after time. I've got a hunch, though. Ghosts came from the Traveler to begin with. Heal one, heal the other, maybe? Better than doing nothing at all. Learning what this little one was after should show us something. I'll do a little scouting and research of my own, see if there are any deeper places we can go. You do the same. Find what light you can, fight the Witness's servants. Whatever's hurting the Traveler. Meet you back here in a bit. And take care of your ghost while you're out there. The Pale Heart's more dangerous now than ever.
Oh man. Good news, bad news, Micah says, clearly putting a brave face on things. It's a little of both. It would have been nice to find the lost ghost in perfect condition, but at least they're alive. Trouble is that it's difficult to know how to help. Simply exposing this ghost to the Traveler's Light didn't seem to do anything immediately, but the pale heart is full of wonders. The line to Micah crackles as she hums in thought. Heal one, heal the other, maybe, she says eventually. It's hard to miss that the Traveler's as hurt as this ghost is, even if it's in a different way. The growth in the arbor suggests you're on the right track, but not enough yet. Micah asks you to make a sweep around the pale heart, looking for things out the ordinary, concentrations of light that beg to be freed, or especially virulent servants of the witness attacking vulnerable places. It's just a hunch, but it's the best he got, and this ghost is counting on your help. Awesome, and we get Convalescence Underbrush. Acquire a Flickering Blessings mod to open a chest anywhere in the pale heart. Pathfinder Field Assignment chests have a massively higher chance to grant Traveler's Blessing mods. Very nice. We just gotta continue on with what we are doing. The Flickering Blessing mod. I might have that. Flickering Blessing. No, I do not have a Flickering. Well then, we're gonna have to get that. Convalescence Underbrush. Pathfinder Field Assignments. Well, I've been doing Pathfinder stuff, so I think it's time we did some exploring and finding out of things ourselves. So we'll see you when we actually hunt down another ghost here and maybe get our Flickering Blessing. Because we got lots of options about going about this. Alrighty, we'll see you on the other side. Alright, and we just got our Traveler Blessing. Let's go and equip it here. Traveler Transference. Sprinting for a short time causes you to become amplified. While you're amplified, melee damage creates lightning bolts which damage nearby combatants. That is super cool. Alright, so we got one. Let's get another at least. I didn't think it was gonna be that quick, which is why I paused there. Nope. But I'm sure there's more to get. Let's we can do this little assignment here. As I don't think there's any... Doesn't seem that there are any chests nearby, but this will be a quick and easy chest right here. We just gotta destroy these crystals and get this thrall to keep moving. Get on going. Get on going. And then we're heading on up here. And do. Hey, be gone. And a Grand Slam should do it. There we go. I get a chest from that, right? I don't get any chest. Oops. Well, there is a chest up there, so perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. We got nothing to worry about. And there's our second one. Investigate the new growth in the Arbor of Light. Back to the Arbor, everyone. Back to the Arbor. I wonder how good this other one was. Oh. Ooh, it looked like a Threadling one. Ooh. Oh, we just sprint and we get amplified though, which means we get the speed booster. They also just took away the speed booster buff as well. Oh yeah, this is growing in lots.
I always feel better when we come back here. It's familiar. Safe. Even though it's changing, do you think it's the Traveler? Or just the memories?
Oh man, that's super cool. Alright, what else? The light from the traveler surrounds you, and something seems different from when you bring the damaged ghost to the Fisher of Light. Even this may not be enough, however. This time, when you examine the ghost, you see something more. Echoes of a corrupting touch, silhouetted against the traveler's light. Perhaps this is the true nature of the injury. Promemoria.
Nicely done, Guardian. You've been taking names. I can tell things around here are improving. It's a good start, seeing this through, helping the traveler. I'm sure it'll give us the best chance we can have. Did you ever hear of a warlock named Ulan Tan? His theories are surprisingly controversial. The Symmetrists have a bad rep. But to say that all light is connected to itself, that you and I are made of the same light as our ghosts, as the traveler, here I could believe it. And if that's all true, maybe some of the harm done is blocking that connection. Open it up again. Fix the problem. I hope. So here's the plan. There's some places deep, deep into the Pale Heart where you can get even closer to the light. And where the Witness's influence has worked its way in much too far. My thinking is you bring our injured friend to one of those, clear out the rot, touch the light directly, see if it makes a difference. And if it doesn't, we learn something from it anyway. No harm, no foul. Sending you one of the locations I've dug up now. Your ghost should be able to pull it up for you. An inch more here might be a mile more against the Witness. And we'll need it.
Nicely done, Guardian, Micah says. She's seen the effects of your efforts out in the Pale Heart, and she's impressed, optimistic for the future. There's still more to be done. Micah mentions Ulan Tan, a historical warlock that theories about light and darkness which were considered dangerous at the time. All light was part of itself, he had concluded. Ghosts connected to Guardians, connected to the Traveler, inextricably tied together. Micah thinks maybe that's the problem with this damaged ghost, is that they've been disconnected from the Traveler in some way, and forced to rely on their own light. She's found some places, deep in the Pale Heart, that she thinks are as close to the Traveler's unfiltered essence as you can possibly get. Maybe there you can join this ghost light with the Traveler's again, and even if that doesn't work, you'll still know more than you did before. No harm, no foul, Micah says. Though she's clearly preferred the idea of work, the slow process of eliminating what doesn't work isn't ideal for situations like these. Sending you one of the locations I've dug up now. Wonderful. Oh man, we are just motoring along with this quest. Now we've also received lore pages here for a new book, Companions. He wakes. I see the world for the first time. This world. It is lovely. It will be lovelier when we are together. That is my first thought, and it is both question and desire. When we are together, I do not know who you are, but when we are together, I will have the answer to the first question and first desire. I twirl the petals of my body. I contract them and pull them to the core of myself. I am filled with light, a wonder, a wellspring. I float down to touch the grass. The grass is wet with dew. I roll in the soft, wet grass. The sun is rising over the mountains, and it is beautiful. The sky is lit with pink and blue, colors I know, colors I have never seen before. I see that others follow me, then break away, and look out into the world. They have the same question. They begin to leave, one by one, they leave. Where are you going? I ask a golden red ghost. She looks thoughtful for a moment. I don't know, she answers. Somewhere good. She moves on. I watch her float away until she slips out of sight. I watch others leave the same way, the same question. I look back to where I came from. The Traveler is the whole of my vision and the whole of my feeling. I know what it is and that I have come from it. I feel my first devotion. I am part of the Traveler, and it has let me leave it so that I may wander through this lovely world. I feel my first fear. I must leave it in my research, but I must not abandon it. It must not abandon me. I am its heart, its hands, its eyes, its warmth. I am a ghost. I wander, I search. There's a song, a spark, and I will search for it. It is mine. It is ours. It is somewhere in this lovely world. I shake the dew from my shell and move on, to find purpose. To find you. Oh, wow. She rises. You are clean, white bones washed up on a forgotten shore. 3 ribs, 6 knuckles, 2 femurs, and a sacrum. The bone is porous and old, empty of marrow. You were not laid to rest. Was there anyone to mourn you? I can't know. But you are caught between sharp rocks and no one has found you. But I found you. I searched for so long and now I've found you. You are clean, white bones, but you are singing. You are singing to me, each bone the same song. I resonate with it. I can feel it deep within me, in this tiny core of me, reaching out to what those bones could be. I see you, into you. With a burst of blue light, it sinks into your bones, and I see every promise they make. I'm bringing you back to me, back home, back to where you belong, at my side, with me. This is who I am, what I was made to do. I cover your bones with flesh, I cover your flesh with cloth, I bring the rest of you to me. I bring you back to a moment of your life, and I will hold you there for as long as I exist. You wake, you take a breath, your first breath, a first light-filled gasp. You open your eyes as if you had never used them before, blinking into the sun that had bleached your singing bones clean and white. I tell you what you are, but I can't tell you who you are. You need to tell me that. You stand, shakily, and walk out from the water. Pick your way across the treacherous rocks that held you captive for so long. Then you reach out and touch me, as if I couldn't be real. But I am real as you, and just as alive. What is my name, you ask? The first question, then another, where are we going? I don't know, I tell you. Whatever and wherever you want. We get to choose. You consider this. It scares me. But I'm here to comfort you. I've seen your bones, alone and forgotten, waiting for me. Down into the core of you, I know you as I know myself. Oh, this is wonderful lore. The ghosts, their first experiences, and we also have lore from the shotgun and this machine gun as well. Oh man. Okay, well, we'll get on to that. So, for someday, who you are is not who you will always be. During the Dark Age, survivors sat vigil over the dead. Many would fashion stone circles in the shape of the traveler and laid their loved ones at the center, waiting prostrate for ghosts that never came. When it was time to move forward, the living stacked those same stones atop the dead. Dirtied hands tied messages to each grave markers, tattered epitaphs of devotion, bravery, and sacrifice, abandoned to twist mournfully in the breeze. Refused medicine so others could live. Knew about the minefield, insisted on crossing first. Only 16, he lived a boy, but died a man protecting his family from the fallen. Lakshmi too had read too many of such elegies to remember them all, but the ones she had written stayed with her. There was the father who went back for his children, only for all 3 to be crushed underfoot by a rocker that didn't even see them. The old woman captured by the House of Devils, tortured then shot dead when she refused to reveal the location of her settlement. The child that starved to death before given the opportunity to accomplish anything, but whose mother insisted that Lakshmi at least try. Please, she said, you're better with words. And so, Lakshmi wrote, a child sleeps here, leaving her mother only with hope she might someday wake. Hundreds of years after she had positioned the last stone atop the infant's grave in her final moments of life, Lakshmi wondered if the Vex would leave enough of her to bury, and what, if anything, would be written on her behalf. She would have never expected an Eliksni called Namrask to request visitation with her crumpled remains. She would have laughed, incredulous to learn that he sat by her side for hours in contemplative silence. Finally, he said, I wish we could have both been better people. And maybe Lakshmi someday would have been, had she known that he'd close her eyes with the tips of his fingers and weep. Interesting. Namrask and Lakshmi too. There's years. I wish we both could have been better people. Interesting. And then we also got Pro Memoria. I'm with you, old man, whether you like it or not. Targe looked up at the sky above, a swirl of stars encircling the traveler. They seemed so remote and untouchable, despite the pine trees stretching up in jagged spikes towards them. They, at least, were touchable. He let out a sigh. He had taken to doing so not because he breathed, but because his guardian used it as a blanket emotional response. Sometimes the ticks of loved ones stick like pine sap. It drips off the tree and onto an unsuspecting shell. Dust settles in, and nothing can quite clean it off again. Always sticky. He heard the muffled voices from inside the cabin. Targe's thoughts wandered back to the gun. The moment stretched on for an eternity. He would have sacrificed everything to give Zavala what he asked for. He would have taken 1,000 bullets. He would have gladly met his end if it meant the boy could live again. Why not? He asked, looking up at the traveler. You make the rules. I'm here for him. I'd do anything for him. Why am I powerless? There was, as always, no answer. Many, many lifetimes later, Targe looked up at the sky above, at a swirl of stars that were not stars, clouds that were not clouds. Something was missing. He almost chuckled at the thought of the traveler having a smaller traveler hanging somewhere up there in its made-up atmosphere. It seemed like an oversight. He heard the campfire crackle as somber yet hopeful voices behind him shared their triumphant pains. If anything, inside the traveler was real. It was in those voices the bond of tender love, infinite longing, and fierce loyalty radiating more intense warmth than the campfire itself. He sighed. Even here, the trees dripped sap. Even here. Zavala. Oh man, poor Targe. Targe and then, and Lakshmi. So potentially Lakshmi redemption? Maybe she will be better to her people and to the Elixni. That'd be really cool. That'd be great. Because I think that's Maya Sundaresh. And it'd be really interesting to see Maya Sundaresh versus Lakshmi too, seeing as they are the same person. Open overthrow chest in the landing to gain access to location. Alrighty, well, it looks like we gotta do some hunting down of some gear.
We have multiple enemies inbound to your position, Guardian.
Alrighty. Well, we just gotta get overthrow chests here. Ooh, we got a little flower. Let's also check out what that, not Pathfinder, the Traveler does. Defeating combatants with any source of orb strand damage produces threadlings. Defeating powerful combatants produces more threadlings. I like the sound of more threadlings. Alrighty, well, let's just do some taking down, and we'll potentially see you on the other side. Hello there, bird. Alrighty. What's up, traveler bird? Ooh, we're going this way. Where'd you go? I immediately lost you. There you are. It's because it went invisible. I see. Down here. Yes, yes, bird. Lead the way. A bird. This bird is leading us on quite the journey here. Clear out some of the hive before we follow bird. Yes. I'm on my way, birdie. Where are we going? Where are we going, birdie? I see you. I see you. Oh, that's just a feather. I thought that was bird friend. Bird friend. Are we just going all the way? Are you in here? Nope. Bird friend is back. Holy smoly, bird friend, what are you doing up there? Hold on, everybody, let me do some parkour. Climbing on up here. Whoa. There we go. Are these the hive we need to get rid of? I think so. You. I think I may have messed up the puzzle. No matter. Alrighty. That, and that. So... Oh, there's multiple. Oh, I see. I see. I was missing. A path opens. Very nice, very nice.
Strong strength is enough, Guardian. Help the ghosts finish their task and bring them home safe.
Of course. Anything to help out the light. Summon a sword. Pick up the sword. Is this the guy? There we go. One guy down. More guys? There we go. This ain't even like a lost sector or anything. This is just a place. A little questline place. Pale Heart is massive. Hey. Oh, did you see that? It went machine gun mode. Because I was despawning them. They lose the delay on their weapon firing. Now that is unfair. No matter. We move on. There we go. Clear the way. Clear the way. Beautiful. We still got our sword. Okay, now we don't want to clear the way. Now we do want to clear the way. How much way is in here? Excuse me. Oh, that was beautiful. Having that glacier grenade is a fantastic, if you do say so. Oh no! I fell a little too far, a little too fast, unfortunately. Unfortunately, you fall too far, or gravity just takes you away. And there's nothing you can do about it. Come on. There we go. Wonderful. We continue our journey henceforth into the unknown, and we smack the heck out of that guy. keep going? I think I destroyed that guy a little too fast. There you go. Can't go that way, so we gotta go the sewers. It's all crystals. Man, what are you awoken to eat? Alrighty, up here, up here. We're through! Hello! You're done. Hello, you're done. Oh, I love that. Now that's a true hive cave wall. There we go. Clean it up. Clean it up. Whoa. Oh, yeah. Oh, really? Buddy. I don't think you know who you're messing with. Oh, okay, okay. Yeah. Oh wow, we're kind of the we're the hive. And they are but just the light bearers. Oh, I got no shield on this one. No shield, because that's not the way of the blade. The way of the blade is crush your enemies, not defend against them. And finally, got the super saved up. You are just done, Irhaza. And of course, now we who heal.
Just a shot away. Good work, Guardian. Come on now.
We did it. How do you even get out of this place? We'll fast travel in a sec, but oh wow, you come out from there? That's awesome. Alrighty, back to the Arbor of Light. I'm loving this. This is great post-game content. Absolutely fantastic stuff. Hello, Ghost. Alrighty. The Root Cave. Oh, goodness. It is growing wild in here. Yeah, it certainly is. Yeah.
Yes. You really have been making a difference. Look at this.
Yeah. Alright, speak with Micah. Guardian, Micah says when the feed opens again. I can tell already something has changed for the better. I'm processing the readings now. Give me a moment, but early prognosis is very, very hopeful. It's taken hard work, but to get to this point, and there's a note of tangible relief in her voice as she talks. Relief for her charge and for what it may mean for the future. Thank you, she says. Let's keep it up. And we get a new energy weapon here. We need to quickly get rid of this one because I'm not a big fan. And grab this.
Oh, beautiful. Did you get that? Hang on a moment. Oh, darling, that's a huge data swap. Slow down. Bear with me here. Differential calculus is running some analysis, but it looks like everything we've done is paying off. Preliminarily, it looks like we were right. The Traveler's hurt. The ghosts who felt drawn to come here, they're trying to help. No surprises, the problem is the Witness's influence. The Traveler is a being made of light, but it seems to be handling the darkness just fine. It's the way things got all sliced apart and knotted up by the Witness that's at the root of things. A disjunction, or something like it. So we take Ghosts as deep into the Pale Heart as we can. Re-establish the connection all light shares, and both Ghosts and Traveler heal. The darkness might be here to stay. Balance, right? We'll let the Traveler sort that out and focus on the things we can do for it. Clear out all the thorns, bring in the growth. And now we know better what sorts of troubles we're looking for. Guardian, go see what else there is to find out there. Anything you can do, anything at all, could help. The Witness has arrayed so much against us. Even now, we're only hoping, aren't we? But we must try. Even the tiniest chance.
Awesome. Hang on a moment, Micah says. Oh, darling, that's a huge data swap. She takes a moment to sort through the information she's receiving from differential calculus, the healed ghost. The data looks promisingly revelatory on a first analysis. The Traveler is hurt by what the Witness has done to it, and all of the lost ghosts have been trying to help it, in their way seeking out dangerous places to get closer to the Traveler. The instinct is sound. Revitalizing the connection between Ghost and Traveler helps both, although the scale of the Traveler is much greater than any single ghost. There's still a long road ahead, if the Traveler even can be healed completely. But there is a duty, held by Micah 10 and the Ghost She Shepherds, to do everything in their power to help, and they'd welcome your continuing assistance. Keep up the good work, Micah 10 says. She has a bigger picture mission in mind, tackling the Witness's influence directly while she works to track other missing ghosts. Wonderful, and convalescence budding. Complete campaign missions on cooperative focus mode. Wonderful. And we also have, oh wow, a ton of these to get first ascent armor, bold endings, possible rewards. Whoa. Oh, so we gotta collect, we gotta recover a lot of ghosts. Acquire this quest to begin another recovery operation. Search for ghost telemetry and strike the disgraced on the Cosmodrome.
Guardian, glad you could make it. We got a lot of work we need to do before we can strike at the Witness, and part of that is gathering reinforcements. Sure, Kyle and Mizrax are bringing in their friends, but I think it'll be the smaller, more humble kind of reinforcement that wins the day. Ghosts, I mean. I brought a flock with me, but there's a lot of other unpartnered ghosts out there who aren't accounted for. So, what I'd like you to do is follow up on some leads I have, and go find these friends and bring them back here to join the fight. And I have just the ghost for you to start with. Her name is Peach, and she's a delight. My last telemetry for her was out in Old Russia's Cosmodrome. Start your investigation there. Good luck, Guardian. See you on the return.
Awesome. We've got a lot of work to do before we can strike at the Witness. Micah 10 is eager to add to the combined efforts of the Coalition. I think it'll be smaller, more humble kind of reinforcement that wins the day, she adds, recruiting you to track down unpartnered ghosts that can help treat the wounds of the Traveler. Your first target is Peach, a wayward ghost last seen in Cosmodrome on Earth. Track Peach down and bring her home. Wonderful, so we have a number of these as well, and Alone in the Dark. Aw, find the lost ghost within the search area. Let's grab the Hellmouth.
I've got telemetry on another unpartnered ghost. Your next target is Link, a member of a covert team of unpartnered ghosts called the Watchful Eye. All of Link's peers have wound up back here, but Link isn't accounted for. His last known location was roughly in the area of the Ocean of Storms on the moon, but he may have moved on by now. Start your research there, and see if we can pick up his trail. I'll be waiting for you both.
This is awesome, getting a lot deeper insight into all the ghosts, and of course we'll grab the last one.
Liana is an interesting ghost, one of the oldest unpartnered I know of. Had me worried for a while that she might wind up partnered with a risen hive, but it turns out that wasn't the case. Some ghosts have searched for centuries for their guardian. I know yours did. Diana was last seen in the EDC investigating Taken activity. Hopefully we can find her quick. Come back in one piece, okay?
Some ghosts have searched for centuries. I know yours did, Micah 10 says with an unseen smile in her voice. The unpartnered ghost Dejana is last seen in the EDC investigating Taken activity. Wonderful! Alrighty, well, Of course we're gonna have to do that. We have to help out our ghosts. But also, we got a new weapon, Embraced Identity. Your friend. A cutting laser bathes frost-caked steel and sparks molten metal. The light burns orange, tracing an elliptical path until the section of bulkhead can be pushed away. It lands on the floor of the chamber with a resounding clang, dislodging icicles from the ceiling in a heavy indoor snowfall. Micah 10 slides through the still glowing opening, surveying the ice-encrusted facility beyond the breach. What she finds is a labyrinth of catwalks, debris-blocked corridors, and still-functioning machinery dating back to the age before the collapse. An hour into the guts of the European facility, Micah's ghost springs up over her shoulder in a crackle of light. The power conduits converge in a room just past here, she says, shining a light on the nearby door that glitters with hoarfrost. Thank you, Mihailova. Micah gently knocks her helmet against her ghost. With a steady hand, she scrapes away the frost from the door, revealing a Braytech logo stenciled on its surface. She and Mihailovla share a look of trepidation. Then, with tremendous strength, Micah wrenches the frozen door open and steps into the data center. It takes hours to scan the racks of operational data, and even longer to sort out corrupted files from salvageable ones. But it isn't salvage Micah is here for. An icy sheen is collected on both Micah and Mihailova in the time they've spent scanning the archive, processing thousands of files, searching for a single one without the benefit of a functioning index, a needle in a haystack, until the soft gasp that escapes from Micah tells her ghost the search is over. Micah immediately pulls a cable from the back of her neck, spooling it out to interface with the archive. She loads the file she's been searching for, the one she hoped for, the answer, her answer. Exomind Project. File, index number corrupt. Age 17, gender F, height 167 centimeters, weight 54 kilograms, class A6 resident. Micah rests her hand on the flickering screen displaying the file, a partial record of a lifetime, fragments of the past, pieces of her. Pieces of identity, of self, answers to the dreams that have haunted her since Mihailova's first woke her up. Permission be damned. It's nice to meet you, she whispers, beginning the download. Micah Abram. Ooh. A lore page about Micah finding the remnants of her past. More exos. More exos are finding it. And of course, we also do have a very big lore page, I'm guessing. He sees my ghost, my shadow, myself. You didn't lead me here. You didn't say, I have something to show you, and trek me across the world to see it. You just said, let's go, and I went with you. Why? Because the world was new in my reborn eyes, and I wanted to see it for myself. I wanted you to guide me. When we finally crest the mountain, I see it at last. I see where you brought me, and why. The traveler hangs heavy in the sky, low and full. We're here, you say. I take a breath of cold air. I have a vision, a great city, vitreous castles built from hourglass sands. We will rise and meet the traveler. We will protect humanity the way you said the traveler protects us, the way it wants us to protect it. This is where you come from, I ask you. You peer out from behind me. You're looking at the traveler, too. Yes, you say, nodding. You're home, I say. No, you say, with all the warmth in your little body, you're my home. You drop into my waiting palm, and I hold you to my crest. Here, in the place where the world cradles the traveler, here, where the traveler touches the world, I will hold you close to me. I see that the traveler is a ghost, too. A ghost to see Earth reborn. Oh man, that is absolutely magical. Well, we are trekking on, and the next step of the Convalescence quest line is to complete the campaign missions on Cooperative Focus Mode. Though healing the injured ghost was inarguably vital, there's still more work to do in the rest of the Pale Heart. Work best done with the fire team. Gather allies and set out to uproot the Witness's forces once more, to get Microcosm. And of course, we also gotta get these ghosts. So this requires us to go through Ascent, Descent, and Iconoclasm. And these are all at higher difficulty, so you gotta be cooperating, you gotta be working with the partner and the fire team. So I'll be getting those done, and of course we'll see you on the other side for the continuation of the Convalescence questline. So we'll see you there. And we're back, everyone. We completed all 3 of the new missions, repeats of the campaign missions that all had some new additions to them. But finally, Convalescence budding. Good work as usual, Guardian, Micah says when you return. I can already tell you've done as much as you can. At this point, it looks like we'll need to deal with the main act, the witness, before we can make any more difference. Fixing holes only works for so long when the witness is busy making new ones by the moment, you know. Her tone is somberly hopeful. Much relies on the capability to defeat the witness and drive it from the traveler. But if that can be accomplished, then the future will be bright. And a new heavy weapon. Let's quickly clear some space here for the new heavy weapon, Microcosm. Oh man, a heavy trace rifle that is kinetic and beautiful. Paracausal beam fires a beam of kinetic light, deals massive bonus damage to shields. And Paracausal imbuement. Final blows with this weapon grants super energy. This weapon grants bonus damage once your super expires. Awesome. And let's take a look at this lore card. We all owe our existence to one singular moment long ago. Temperature minus 65 degrees, weather dust storm, precipitation 0%, humidity 67%, wind 25 miles per hour, carbon dioxide 95%. Time passes, metal corrodes, dust jams, decay, decay, decay. Temperature drops, weather clears up, precipitation 0%, but humidity rises, wind rises, carbon dioxide lowers 1%. To alter the nature of an entire world is no small thing. Mortal hands struggle to affect it. Cyanobacteria, little toddlers of the deep seas, take millions of years of the sun's light to make the simplest and most necessary of changes, oxidization. More of the atmosphere is adjusted, but there is a tipping point, a great explosion. Once achieved, there is a moment of balance. The rest flows freely and easily, faster and faster, and that which is built mounts and mounts and mounts. Atmosphere condenses, heat no longer escapes, rain falls, and bacteria born in a single lightning strike becomes multi-celled organisms, and on and on and on, green and bright and growing and growing and growing. More of the atmosphere changes. This is what it is for. This is the purpose. That moment of transformation and creation, of opening what was closed, of the first rain falling on untouched dirt. In that split second, there's potential. There's the beginning of every life that will ever call this place home. From the singularity of the tipping point, a magnitude of futures spiraling outward forever, forever, forever. And finally, the atmosphere changes. What a privilege to witness you, at that time and at that place, as you turn your shielded faces up to the falling rain. I'm wondering if this is the atmosphere that the traveler creates wherever it goes, or is what it specifically created on the penitent, the precursor's homeworld. This also directly shows that unveiling is false. It said it is responsible for our creation. It said it is responsible for all life, because if it did not have it, then if we did not have anything of like sword logic or natural selection, then we wouldn't have life as we know it. But this directly shows that the traveler seeds light and life wherever it goes, and also it is careful in how it affects things. It's careful. Very, very careful. That's awesome. Well, there we go, and we also have one final lore page here. Oh, we're still missing one. She falls. You're small. You're so small. I should have protected you. I hold you in my hands, these last pieces of you, but you're gone. There's no love, no light left for me to hold, only these last pieces. My ghost, my heart. You are my heart. You were my heart, and that I allowed to escape the embrace of my body so that I might know the world. There is nothing left of my heart. The light is gone. The breath from my body is gone. The body that you pulled together from smears of skin and blood and a clot of tangled hair. I thought I would break apart and return to those pieces just as you have become these pieces, but I have not. I go on. I have one last life left, with no light, no ghost to guide me. I take these pieces and place them beneath a tree. I arrange the fronds of your shell around you like a funeral wreath. I let you rest in the gentle and undying earth that the traveler came to long ago, far away. I must go on without you. That's what you gave to me. A heart to beat, hands to hold, and a feet that will let me walk away from these pieces of you. Oh man. Well, I'll get that final lore page unlocked, and we won't close out our story here, as convalescence may be done, but we still have some quests of Alone in the Dark to rescue some lost ghosts and still prepare against the final shape. So this will just be a quick cut before we jump back in. See you there.
You're right. About counts. It looks like Diana's signal is coming from the reservoir.
I'm detecting a massive spike in tension. I think they've moved back into the dam.
Interesting. I lived inside the dam for a while after I was risen, to get away from Spider and the shore. That's where the Traveler started sending me visions in my dreams. One that led me to rebuild Hawkmoon, to find the Radiant Exhibitor.
I read about that. It's a jump ship, right?
Yeah. It's a rusted old clunker sitting in a hidden hangar. But then the Traveler acted, changed the ship, redesigned it, rebuilt it.
For you?
Well, no. I let the Guardian use it when they need to.
Sounds like a metaphor. Just like rebuilding Hawkmoon was. But you had a new purpose. I would take you far away from here.
I guess that explains why the ship doesn't have any conventional controls.
Sometimes you have to just strap yourself in and hope for the best.
Sometimes.
I'm sorry I wasn't recording before. That just started up out of nowhere. And before you even loaded in, it said the final shape looms 3 days before Allied assault. And it's like, oh, it's been years since I've been back in the ADZ. So this is truthfully, they didn't just make us, I thought it was just, you know, oh, replay through and then, you know, then you go on and, but no, this is actually right before the raid. Lost Ghost telemetry. Looks like we gotta search for the EDZ for Dejana. Not too bad.
Taking presence is receiving, but I'm getting a number of spatial anomalies. The final shape is distorting things here, just like it was elsewhere.
It's reached Earth.
I found Diana's trail. I think she's headed into the dark forest, in the shadow of the Shard of the Traveler.
Then we follow her. We don't have any time to waste.
And here we are in the dark forest. Something wild is happening. Oh man. Witness reaching through the Shard of the Traveler. This place is overgrown even more and more. Can we... Oh? Right.
The final shape has reached Earth. We're running out of time. I knew we might reach this point eventually, but seeing it is something else entirely. But we're not ready to move against the Witness. The Traveler isn't ready. Oh, we may not have time. We only get one shot at defeating the Witness. We have to make it our best.
Found a shape has reached Earth. Micah is weary. With a sigh, Micah continues. This quest reward can only be accepted on one character, but the armor is locked for all 3 classes. Oh, that's super sick. This is the first Ascent Gauntlet. This is our destination armor. Awesome. Oh, we also got the Oracle now. We got a number of these to do. Let's grab this.
So I found telemetry for Bean. He's a handful, always rushing off into hostile territory. He and I tend to cross paths on remote scouting missions, so the fact that his beacon pinged from Nessus shouldn't surprise me. But that's what I like about him. No fear, no hesitation. Bean just plows through. We need that kind of energy here. We'll make sure he didn't get caught in a temporal loop or some other Vex nonsense. I'll keep an eye on things here.
Awesome. Keep an eye on things. Alrighty, well, let's go get our next ghost. The second one we received was the return ghost telemetry in the Disgraced in the Cosmodrome. So let's go do that. And at least based on last time, we'll have... This activity was set prior to the defeat of the Witness. Oh, that's really cool how it includes it in there. There we go. 3 days before the Allied assault.
I checked in with Shahan and he said that Peach came through asking some odd questions. She was looking for directions to the old hive nest that the wizard Navoda took over after Omnigul died. It's been quiet for a long time though. But Shaw also shared some reports with me that he saw loosened hive scouts in the vicinity a few weeks back. Finding Peach is our first priority, but if you find anything else, I trust you to take care of it. In the meantime, I need to take care of some injured ghosts that were just brought in. I'll check back soon.
Oh man. I'm loving this new dialogue. Makes the game feel real fresh. Oh. Here's our ghost. And back to the Arbor of Light. Another ghost returned. The tower fills with even more life.
Peach was lucky to get out of that situation with only a few dents and dings. The world outside of the Pale Heart is transforming. We got no room for error now. I'll get Peach set up in a cleansing team here in the Pale Heart. I'll contact you when I have telemetry on another ghost. Stay safe, Guardian.
Awesome. We get our boots and also another quest.
Welcome back. I've got another ghost telemetry for you. This time it's Akasha. She's an unpartnered ghost that has been systematically scanning Awoken territory for years. I got a lock on her beacon in the Dreaming City, probably still trying to find her guardian. I need you to head out and find Akasha and bring her back safe and sound. I look forward to your return.
Very nice. Alright, we'll see you in the next activity and for the next return of a ghost. The next one we are going to do will be the Hellmouth. Wonderful.
I remember when the nightmares were awakened on the moon. Feels like an eternity ago, but I know it was only a few years. So much has happened since then.
You're telling me. You know, as much as things keep changing, it's nice to know that some places are still the same desolate, horrible little hellholes that you remember.
Vicariously enjoying the Guardian's hard work?
Honestly, I am a little. I'm gonna miss this place.
You talk like you don't intend to stay.
I'm just being realistic. We might not all walk away from the fight that's coming.
Then, when I write my next letter to the Traveler, I'll be sure to thank it for the time we were given.
Oh, man. This guy? Come on, Guardian. Put one in his belly for me.
I'm picking up signs that Link was here. It looks like he was examining the nightmares, scanning them.
Maybe he was trying to figure out where they come from.
Oh, we already know that, Cade. We figured that out years ago. They're not much of a threat anymore.
Oh, yeah. Right. No, that makes sense. That's, good work, everybody.
Kate.
Hey, no worries. Just, playing catch-up here with all the thrilling revelations. Where to next?
I've got a rough idea of Link's location. He's deeper inside the moon. Come on, let's go find him.
Oh, that's really rough for Cade. Oh, that feels super bad. You shouldn't have said it like that, Ghost. Ugh.
Link was always thorough to a fault. Glad to see nothing's changed there. The final shape spreading to the moon isn't a surprise. But that it's hitting the Hive as hard as anyone else? Guess there really is nowhere safe. No promise or allegiance that can save you. And the Hive want this. I'm looking forward to punching the witness in each of its stupid faces. But, one thing at a time, I guess. I'll let you know when I know more. Mars. Of course Citrine would be on Mars. She's been obsessed with Warmind hardware for a long time. I don't know how many times Anna had to tell her she wasn't going to build her a combat frame to ride in. Just so she could have arms to beat a Hive with. Citrine means well, but we need her here. Be careful out there, Guardian.
And with that, we continue on to our next one, the Oracle.
Nessus. I spent a lot of time out here mapping the Vex network access points with the Coyotes. I know this place like the back of my hand.
Hey, me too! I mean, I did less mapping and more, you know, getting trapped. Oh, I should say something to Failsafe, tell her hi or something.
I thought you weren't going to be doing a sentimental tour.
I'm not. I'm just, you know, one or two letters won't hurt. She deserves as much.
As for our wayward ghost, I've tracked Bean into the inside terminus. We should look for him there.
Hey, I know that place. Failsafe loves it.
Well, she'll be happy to know some of her old friends out there too. I'm picking up a detachment of Red Legion landing in the vicinity now.
Okay, I know I've been out of the loop, but the Red Legion, they're gone, right? Like gone?
Sort of. Their leadership is. Which means this is either a Red Legion warlord acting on his own,
Or they answer to the Shadow Legion. I don't like either option.
Interesting for them to actually address that. Hopefully we find out a little bit.
There's no doubt about it, that's Cargill. And he's trying to tap into the Vex network again.
I hate to say it, but this might answer a long-standing question I had about Cabal cloning programs. Apparently, they can clone scions.
Wait, this guy's a clone? Gee, you died for just a little while.
Whatever's going on, we have to stop him. I'll try and pin down what data he's accessing while I look for beam signal.
And stay down!
I've got beam signal. It looks like he's gone deeper into Memphis. It should be easy to follow him. As for what Cargill's clone was doing here, it looks like he was trying to access Vex data on Oxa again.
That's the Scion prediction machine, right? Sees the future in branching paths. Future War Cult has something similar.
Based on what I'm seeing here, I can't be sure they aren't the same thing. The same design. But I don't know how that's possible. Kargan was trying to access the Soul Divisive's research on the Veil as well. I don't understand how all these things are connected. But I can tell where the orders are coming from. A scion named Odzot. And these orders are recent. I think there might be defector branches within the Shadow Legion. One's not loyal to the Witness.
And they're trying to pin down potential outcomes. Make plans for what? The event of our success?
Maybe. But it looks like something blocked them. But I don't know how that's possible.
Why? What stopped Kargan?
If this log is correct, Maya Sundaresh did.
Maya, whoa. Why does that name sound so familiar?
Why don't you and I talk about that offline, Cade? Let the Guardian and Ghost track down Bean.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Oh man, Maya Sundaresh. That's the thing, Maya Sundaresh exists within the Vex network. At least clones of her do. Oh, that is such a massive reveal. Now, does Maya Sundaresh and Lakshmi 2 both exist? I guess we'll find out soon enough.
I'm glad you were able to rescue Bean. He's going to be a great asset to healing the Traveler. I can't help but be worried about what you found while searching for him. I thought the Scion defector sided with the Witness. But it's looking more and more like that may be a deception. There's something else going on here. Something we're going to have to tackle head-on in the future, if we're lucky.
Potentially next week when the episode starts.
I have new ghost telemetry for you, but a word of warning on this one. Anwar is a ghost who has been through a lot. He was once a close confidant of the Speaker. After the Speaker died, Anwar began to question his connection to the light, and began seeking out the truth about darkness. Anwar believes the darkness is an intrinsic universal force that must be tended to like a garden, lest it grow unruly. But do not let Anwar's beliefs cast a shadow of doubt on his allegiances. He's an unwavering ally, but one who questions everything. His telemetry data leads me to believe he may be inside the pyramid on Europa. I don't know what you'll find there. Be safe, Guardian.
Oh man. Well, before we do that, our next quest will be the Ascendant.
I've got a read on Akasha's location, but her light signature here isn't a straight trail like the others. It cuts in and out.
She's probably skipping through the Ascendant plane. Hold on. Glint and I devised some sensor modulations to help track between planes. Sending it to you now.
Thanks, Glint.
This is the same path Glint and I took hunting down Zibu Rat's high settlement all those years ago. It's familiar territory.
Then hopefully we'll be able to find Akasha before anything happens. Akasha's signal winds through here. I think she was analyzing the ley lines, looking for something.
I'm seeing some alarming things in your feed. There's a lot of movement in the ley lines, high transfer rates of matter.
The moment I turn my back, this has to be the work of Zivu Arath.
Far as I can tell, she didn't join the Witness, which means she's playing us against each other.
I suppose it only makes sense. If the Witness succeeds, she will cease to exist as she is. But if it fails, we will be weakened from our war. Vulnerable.
Micah, I found Akasha's beacon. She's not too far away in the Dreaming City.
That's wonderful news. While you've been working, Crow and I have been going over the data from your feed.
Zivu Arath is moving Hive through the Ascendant plane en masse. With Mara focused on holding back the final shape, they've gone unnoticed.
Hopefully when you find Akasha, she'll have more to say on the subject. Good work, Guardian.
They're setting the pieces for what comes next. Let's go find that ghost.
So this is interesting. Akasha returned some analytics from her scans of the Dreaming City's ley lines, and it's troubling. There's Hive activity surging through the Ascendant plane. Zivu Arath's brood. And as far as I can tell, she's a no-show here. Which means she's cut her losses from the Witness, but that also means she's planning something else. If we make it out of this alive, I've got a bad feeling there'll be another war waiting for us on the horizon. Nothing we can do about that right now, though. Get back out there. One apocalypse at a time.
Yep, setting the pieces for the future war, and we also have another quest here. There's a lot of ghosts to find.
I found the general location of Hailung. She's another member of the Watchful Eye. Turns out Hailung was sent on a long-term recon operation inside Savathun's throne world. But that was over a year ago. There's been no contact with Hailung since, and I don't know what to expect. The Hidden provided me with her last known coordinates. We'll have to start there and see what we can find.
Alrighty. We keep on trekking. Next ghost is the past.
Guardian, the situation on Mars is dire. As the final shape presses into this world, it tears the already fragile time rifts apart at the seams. Portions of the Warmind facility are now operating both in and out of our time, as moments are compressed together. While I have seen no signs of the Warmind himself, the automated security that should be defunct is now very active.
Worse.
Zivu-Arath has dispatched forces back to Mars to investigate the time rifts. We can't have her retrieving any functional Warmind tech from here. While our goal is finding Citrine, we need to make sure that Zivu-Arath's forces get nothing from this place.
Oh man. Zivu-Arath setting the stage. It's gonna be wild to see what comes with her after Final Shape, because she's been a villain on the horizon for a long time.
She's made her way back to the Enclave, and the Hidden told her to wait for us.
That's a relief. Thank you, Ghost. Mara, what's your assessment of the situation?
The wounds here are fragile, spreading and contracting like something that is alive. Breathing. There is no sign of the Warmind, for good or ill. I should be able to have this rift sealed, even if temporarily. I will dispatch my Techeuns to assist in the matter shortly.
Thank you for all that you do, Your Majesty.
Thank you, Mara. Now, let's go get Citrine.
Now that is creepy.
Citrine is so sweet. She profusely apologized for her delay in arrival and tried to hide the fact that she was stripping the Warmind bunker for parts. I've put her with a patrol of ghosts to help expunge the witness's corruption, and she's taken right to it. And with any luck, she'll put her analytical mind to expediting the process. Citrine is brilliant, like a laser, and all she needs is a little focus.
Awesome. Get some Ascendant Alloy. Oof, the visitation.
Guardian, I have telemetric data for the ghost Balthazar. He's an old friend of Peach, the first ghost you recruited. Balthazar is a scholar ghost like Anwar, but usually not as daring in field work. Which makes my discovery of his telemetric data on the moon all the more concerning. If Balthazar has gone to the moon, he must have good reason, but we need him here. We need every ghost we can find. Please, bring him back and make sure he's safe.
Of course. Alrighty, and the next ghost quest we will go on is the Veiled on Europa.
Europa, I ain't even there, and I can feel all that cold in my bones.
Do you remember Europa, Kate?
Bits and pieces, yeah. I ain't a big fan of numbers lower than 6, but there's still pieces of them in here. Rattling chains, haunting.
Guardian, my fears were correct. Anwar's signal was last detected inside the Europa Pyramid. Complicating matters, you aren't alone here. There's a detachment of Cabal that landed a few hours ago. Elsie sent me data on their movements.
They don't appear to be with something important. This could be more Balthazar people.
I heard rumors of some fracturing after Callus's death, but I don't know what to make of this.
Well, some people feel more comfortable with a leash around their neck. Whether it's guiding them to behave or misbehave.
Seems as though the Cabal have made it inside the pyramid. Scans from Ghost show movement near the heart of the structure and unsettling activity inside. It's like the pyramid is reacting to your presence, anticipating something.
Did you ever figure out who was flying this? Crow gave me a lowdown on the situation, and that part was, you know, suspiciously blank.
We did not.
I love how we're getting a run through for Cade Cade is getting to learn about everything that we've been doing over the years. It also means that we as players and everything are retouching on everything, and any missing pieces that have been out there are actually being talked about. Specifically, this piece about who this pyramid ship was flown by. Originally, we all thought that perhaps this was planned for Aramis, but Aramis was never disciple-worthy, so it'll be interesting to see. Oh, I love this. I love these quest lines.
Kate, do you remember anything from your first Exo incarnation?
Some. Ain't exactly happy to talk about what I do, either.
Was there a child?
I think. I don't know. I remember bits and pieces. Shadows of faces. It's all a jumble, Micah. Why?
It's nothing. They can wait for a more private moment.
Interesting. Micah was originally a child at the European Braytech facility. She wrote letters to the Traveler, and she's someone who believed in the light. Then we got that lore page from the sniper rifle talking about her finding her information about her old life.
Oh, that's one of those big screamy statues.
What is done must be undone. Time is running out. Your time is away now.
And they're screaming here too. Cool.
Interesting. It's also happening out here, not just inside.
I'm having a hard time picking up Anwar's signal. It stops here, at the statue.
Oh. Oh no.
Micah, what's wrong?
Elsie just found him. Shards of him. Anwar. The ziggurat.
No. He's dead?
We should go collect his remains.
We'll go right away. I'm so sorry, Micah.
Me too, Ghost.
Hey, kid. Why don't I come down and meet you? We can chat about whatever. Anything your pick.
Thank you, Cade.
Oh man. That's rough. But was there a reason?
I've never told anyone this, but I knew Kate before he was a Guardian, before I was a Guardian. We were both on Europa before the collapse. I found out about it after the Braytech facilities on Europa were unearthed. I know Guardians aren't supposed to go digging into their past, but I did. I found my Exomind archive. I found myself. Micah Abram. I grew up on Europa, and even then I was struggling to understand my identity in so many ways. As a child, I was having dreams, visions sent to me by the Traveler. I didn't understand them then, but I do now. It was preparing me for this, for loss, for losing people like Anmar, like Cade. Cade was the personal bodyguard of an Ishtar Collective researcher named Maya Sundarish. He was an exo before I entered the program. He helped me. When my fathers were away on work, Cade would talk to me, play cards, teach me how to cope with isolation. Cade doesn't remember. And that's okay. I can hug him one last time and remind him that he was missed, that he saved me.
That was so beautiful. And the desperation.
I've been observing the energy coming from the Traveler, and it's not good. While we've been doing everything we can to heal the Traveler, the Witness's push to complete the final shape hasn't slowed. I have one ghost left for us to find, and then we can't afford to lose any more time. I'm sending you to find Hecate, a scholar in Hive lore, who once studied under Toland the Shatters in Eris Morn. Hecate was investigating a rumor that members of House Dusk were moving back into the old House of Devils territory in the Cosmodrome. The House of Devils have been gone for a long time, though. There has to be something else going on. Good hunting, Guardian.
Wonderful. Alrighty, and we continue on with the illusion.
The telemetry we have for Hylon goes deep into Savathun's throne world. And I mean deep.
It is a palace of insidious illusions. Whatever you see, Guardian, do not trust it on the surface.
Good news is, with Savathun gone and focused on the Pale Heart, her defenses are minimal. So we should be able to slip in and out easier than usual.
One wrong move, though, and the whole of the Lucent Hive could come crashing down upon your head.
Can anybody clue me in on exactly why the Traveler gave Savathun the light? Because nobody's really explained that to me in a way that doesn't make me angry.
Because they'd already been chosen. Long before humanity even existed, the Traveler chose the progenitors of the Hive, the Krill, to come to its side. And then the Witness interposed itself between them, turned the three siblings against their own people. All for lying.
But they're not those people anymore. Savathun's... I mean, look at all the hurt she's caused. That ain't fair. That ain't right.
Therein lies the truth of the Traveler. It is not always fair, it is not always right. But it does want our survival. And in that, we are one.
Yeah. Yeah, it sees our potential. Couldn't abandon it. And that feels right in my head. It just doesn't feel right in my heart.
That sounds a lot like life.
Both of mine.
Yeah. Man, I love this.
Guardian, it's just an illusion, but it's still deadly.
It is more than an illusion. It is an alarm. The Lucent Hive are converging on your position, Guardian. You must get out of there.
I've got Hyland's location. She's still here in the program. In fact, I think she was watching us.
Hyland! I
think she fled ahead of us. Shouldn't be too hard to track her down once we get out of here.
Savathun's throne world is a labyrinth of lies. I'm not convinced we've seen all of it yet, and neither is Hai-Lung. We'll have Hai-Lung out here in the field soon enough, and the intel she's gathered on the Lucent Hive will be a major boon to us. If what Hai-Lung has already told me is correct, Savathun has aligned her brood against the Witness. But she's hedging her bets. She has some other plan in the works. Something she intends to action on after the Witness is defeated. She thinks its defeat is inevitable. I should be inspired by that vote of confidence, but coming from her? Nah. I'll let you know when I have more ghost telemetry to follow up on Guardian. Great work out there.
Awesome. We continue along with the visitation.
I was unable to pinpoint Balthazar's location is because it is smothered in darkness.
He's in the pyramid, isn't he?
Unfortunately, yes. You'll need to fight through the hive to get to the pyramid, then brave its security system.
Nightmares. I thought after we killed Nezarec that they'd go away. But they haven't. The pyramid must be partially responsible for them too.
Paris wrote extensive documentation on nightmares after her last encounter with them. She and I believe that they are a yet untapped power of the darkness. One that Nezarec co-opted for himself and wove into the fabric of his pyramid.
So even after his death, they persist?
Which raises a larger question. Is Nezarec truly dead? Can something that exists as an idea ever be destroyed?
One nightmare at a time, Micah. Please.
That's very interesting. They point that out, that yeah, the nightmare power is of darkness, and it wasn't born of Nezarec. It's just a power that he used. But again, Nezarec was created in some aspect, or at least modified, so it'll be interesting to see what exactly is the truth there. We're getting a lot of questions answered, and a lot of new questions being posited that are obviously very important for the story to come.
The last time we entered the pyramid like this, the Witness spoke through me. Now, I don't feel it at all. It's strange. I once felt the Witness's presence so overwhelming here, but now it's hardly a whisper. The pyramid feels different. Abandoned, hungry, or no, yearning. Like it has a mind of its own. And it misses having a master.
The Witness's presence in the Pale Heart has made our actions go unseen. It is vulnerable, and perhaps that is what Balthazar was exploiting. Why he came here.
Interesting.
How many times do we have to kill you? One day, Crow is going to find you and end you. For Eris. For everyone in her fire team you killed. For every guardian and ghost cut down in the great disaster.
The Sirens kneel to you. Their faith is shattered, and they will look to you for guidance, for truth.
No. How is it here? Wait.
Sow the seeds of discord that will pave the way for our victory. Preach unto their greatest the truth of the darkness, so they may see beyond the veil.
This isn't now. This is some kind of recording. A memory.
Go forth, Nazareth, and show them the power of the veil, the dark of the deep, the edge of the night.
This must be what Balthazar was trying to find. Information on the witness recorded in an artifact.
I can sense Balthazar's location. I don't think he's far. Let's get out of here and go get him.
And maybe something in this archival sphere will be of use too.
That's wild.
It's good to have Balthazar back. When he learned of Anwar's passing, I saw a fire in him unlike any before. He has already departed to join other ghosts in healing the Traveler. We're fortunate to have his strength at our side again. But I know Anwar's death weighs heavily on him. He will heal, in time, as the Traveler will. There's also the matter of the archive Balthazar found. I've only just started to examine it, but it feels dense with information. Nothing in the archive is recorded as words, more experiences and emotions. It's going to take a long time to investigate. Excellent work, Guardian.
Amazing. We're getting more information, more lore. We're also getting these pieces of gear which do have lore to them as well. But we are continuing along our journey to find these ghosts, with the last one, the Desperation.
Hey, Micah. Looks like you owe me. I called it. Devil's Lair.
I never took that bet.
It's the principle of the thing, but it makes sense that a ghost lost in the Cosmodrome might be sneaking around there. And it looks like a few things have changed since the last time I was out that way.
The House of Devils is gone, but remnants of House Dusk are gathering there. The listening communications are bristling with talk about a new Prime Servitor.
See, that's big news. There ain't a lot of Prime Servitors left, unless it's a third, jankier Sepix.
Hecate is down there, Guardian. Whatever is going on, we need to get her back.
There's a lot of firepower on the field.
Just like old times.
Don't know who's bankrolling this, but whoever they are, they got a heck of an arsenal.
Those are House Salvation rigs out there. But they're not flying the House's colors. Pirates.
We're close. Hecate was here, but I'm not picking her up locally. But I did just detect the catch launch. It was House Salvation. But I thought they had rallied at the Pale Heart to serve the witness.
Maybe me and old space lobster Aramis didn't buy into the whole embrace the end of times cult after all.
I mean, Aramis didn't. I mean, they did, but they left before. They didn't actually join the Witness for the Pale Heart or anything. Aramis just took off.
Yeah, I think I recognize some of those guys. Before they exploded. Renegades from the House of Wolves. I think we might have interrupted an arms deal. These House Dusk fellas offering Aramis a prime servitor in exchange for weapons.
If that's the case, it means Aramis is more ether-starved than the Dust refugees and pirates. And that means she's not with the Witness either. If House Dusk was willing to give Aramis a prime servitor, that means there must be another. Or they have an alternative supply of ether. A problem for another day, I suppose.
Hecate was here. I've narrowed down her location to your birthplace, Guardian.
Looks like we ended the beginning. Kind of poetic.
Good work, Guardian. We'll reconvene when you return with Hecate.
I was wondering if it was gonna come around. Alrighty. We're back here. Wonder what this all means. Oh, back to the arbor.
Hecate is back with us, and not a moment too soon. Whatever was happening in the old Devil's Lair will need to wait. The Vanguard are rallying our forces together for the final push. I've sent Hecate out to aid with healing the Traveler, but there's not much time left. I can feel the tension here winding to a breaking point. I can feel the universe cracking under the strain. The final shape is upon us, and I can only pray that we've done enough to fight back against it. It's time to mobilize. Eyes up, Guardian.
There we go. And Ghost Tracker will have to wait. Braced for the end, everyone. And with that, we have finished the Ghost's quest. Thank you everybody so much for watching. I have been FreakyDude99, and this has been our journey through collecting all of the ghosts, doing all the ghost quests, and getting the Microcosm exotic. This has been honestly such a breath of fresh air. Revamping old content with just some extra dialogue it's all it needs. So thank you everybody. This was such a great journey, and well, we'll see you in the next video. Peace out.